UFC Vegas 104, the rematch between Marvin Vettori and Roman Dolidze. I'm going to give you my full card betting breakdown. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can get my top 5 locks of the night and the underdog picks that I got to come through for us. Let's go. Kicking off the first fight in the women's flyweight division, we got Eunice Dubin taking on Carly Judice. Now, Eunice Dubin, if you saw her on Dana White's Contender Series, you saw her score a crazy knockout over the LFA Women's Champion, Shannon Clark. It was one of the most nastiest knockouts I ever seen. It was literally one of these crazy fucking moments that you would sit back on the edge of your seat and be like, damn! Eunice Dubin has crazy knockout power in the women's flyweight division. None of her fights have actually went the distance. Carly Judice, on the other hand, she doesn't possess that type of power. She's more of a volume puncher, a volume striker, and she's constantly trying to put the pace on you. Now, if you saw her fight with Ernesta Karashkate, you will see that she's a banger. She'll go out there and she'll scrap. But if she comes with that type of fighting style to a woman who is as powerful as Eunice Dubin, I can see Eunice Dubin getting the knockout. I can definitely see her actually winning the fight. But if you want to play this fight closely, you want to play it smart, I could see this fight going over 1.5 rounds. The next fight that we got kicking off the prelims is Josiane Nunes taking on Priscilla Cachoeira. Now, if you saw Josiane Nunes' last fight, where she went to the split decision with Jacqueline Cavalcante, you will kind of be able to match up these fights and compare them, because Jacqueline Cavalcante, she's tall, she's rangy, she's got good dynamic striking. Priscilla Cachoeira, she's tall, she's rangy, her striking's okay. It's not to the level of Jacqueline Cavalcante, and Josiane Nunes took Jacqueline Cavalcante to a split decision. Now, I know Josiane Nunes, she got that dog in her. She hits hard for being 5'2" in this division. She's super stocky. She ain't got no damn neck, so she could take a hit as well. And Priscilla Cachoeira, I'm just not impressed with. Honestly, I've seen her look very stiff in the cage. Like I said, her striking's okay, and she's got that quit button. If you take her down, you can definitely make her tap out due to strikes, due to a submission, whatever the case may be. I honestly feel like Josiane Nunes has more dog in her, and her strikes are more powerful, they're cleaner, and they're not wild. So my money's going to be on Josiane Nunes to get it done, and I can see this fight going over 1.5 as well. But I think the safest bet is just to moneyline Josiane Nunes. I'd be surprised if Priscilla Cachoeira gets the dub here. The next fight we have is in the men's flyweight division. We got Daniel Barres taking on the prospect and Andre Lima. Now, Daniel Barres, he's a pressure fighter. He likes to get in your face. He likes to throw volume. And he's going to give you a very hard first round. But after that first round is when he starts to slow down significantly. I can see Andre Lima outworking him, outdogging him, because Andre Lima has great defensive wrestling, good offensive wrestling, and his Muay Thai is clean. He's a good grappler, and I've seen him in situations where he's reversed them, and you're like, oh, okay, he really do got that dog in him. Now, you may have seen Andre Lima. He's pretty much famous off of that fight with Igor Severino, where Igor Severino literally bit him in the cage, and Andre Lima actually got the tattoo of his teeth marks in his arm. But anyway, beyond that, like I said, Barres likes to bring pressure, but after that first round, he slows down. So my money's on Andre Lima just due to his consistency. The next fight of the night that we have is in the women's strawweight division. We got Stephanie Luciano taking on Sam Hughes. Stephanie Luciano is very, very technical. She's precise. She's a technician in the cage, pretty much. She can wrestle. She can grapple good. She's been taken down, but she's not the type of person where you're just going to take her down and she's going to lay there. She's going to work her way back up, or she's going to work for a reversal, and she got that dog in her, so she 9 times out of 10 could get it. Now, she's taking on Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes is a motherfucking dog. I promise you, this girl is a cardio machine. She don't play. She's going to be in Stephanie Luciano's face until the final bell rings, because I can see this fight going long. In my honest opinion, I believe Stephanie Luciano, it's not even a belief. I know Stephanie Luciano is the better striker, But Sam Hughes, her pressure is on a different level than most of these women in this division. So my pick here is gonna be more likely this fight to go the distance, because I had money on Victoria Dudakova when she fought Sam Hughes, and Sam Hughes just outdogged her. Victoria Dudakova, a good rangy striker, good pretty much all around until she's tested by a person like Sam Hughes. So this is a fight that you definitely want to check out because it's going to be a banger. These two women right here, they're going to scrap until the end of the 15 minutes. Sam Hughes ain't got that quit button in her. Stephanie Luciano, I haven't seen her have that quit button either. But at the same time, Stephanie Luciano's had 2 fights in the last 3 years against the same girl. So this is going to be a fight that I'm going to watch closely. Like I said, I'm going to probably just bet that this fight goes the decision, or I might make Sam Hughes my dog money pick, or I might money line Stephanie Luciano. So just to be on the safe side, I more likely bet that this fight goes 2.5 rounds, over 2.5 rounds, or this fight goes the distance. That's the safest bet that you can do here, because Stephanie Luciano, she's cold, but Sam Hughes will spoil your night. She's done it to me before. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna money line both of them on different tickets, and I'm gonna do a over on another ticket. The next fight we have on the fight card in the men's bantamweight division, we got Carlos Vera taking on Josiah Musasa in his UFC debut. Now, Carlos Vera, he's a good kickboxer. He's got a taekwondo background, but he's the type of person, he's looking to take this fight to the ground. He was also on a season of The Ultimate Fighter, so he's got a decent amount of UFC and fight experience in general. Now, Josiah Musasa, you might have seen him on the Contender Series where he took on somebody out of Merab Dvalishvili's camp named, his last name's like Tanzalovi or something like that. Now, Josiah Musasa was said to be able to get a knockout in that fight. That didn't happen. The fight was drug out. He displayed power, but not as much power as what the hype would have you believe. So I know he's going to be stronger than Carlos Vera. Carlos Vera's, like I said, he's going to be trying to roll into a submission or something, try to get a takedown. And I can just honestly see Josiah Musasa out-muscling him. If he don't get the knockout, I can see Josiah Musasa taking a unanimous decision. But like I said, this is a fight I'm just going to stay away from. The odds are ridiculous on this fight. And ESPN, what are we doing here? You literally got these fighters' fight picks up at the top of the screen, but you don't have their graphics down low. I don't know. I'm staying away from this fight, but if I have to pick, I'd pick Josiah Musasa. The next fight on the card, we have it in the men's bantamweight division. We got Su Young Yu taking on AJ Cunningham. Now, Su Young Yu, he's pretty much a pressure grappler, pressure wrestler. He likes to be able to shoot in and try to control the fight on the ground. His striking's mid, and I mean, if you just look at the odds right here, you see he's a minus 650 favorite, and that's because they often refer to him as the Asian Khabib. But honestly, he's nowhere near Khabib's level. I've seen him quit after being, in a hard 3-round fight against a guy who was 6-1. AJ Cunningham, on the other hand, he's coming off that last loss to Ludovic Klein. Ludovic Klein is a good striker. AJ Cunningham took that fight on like a few days' notice or some wild shit like that, and he was landing some good shots on Ludovic Klein before Ludovic Klein, hit him with a teep kick to the stomach. AJ Cunningham is real dangerous when it comes to the hands. He's real dangerous when it comes to the feet. The wrestling advantage is going to go to Su Yu Young, obviously. But if AJ Cunningham can keep this fight on the feet, I can see him being a huge upset for the night, because Su Young Yu, he's one of those road to UFC guys, and we already know that those road to UFC guys just aren't good when they actually get in the cage. So this is a fight you got to watch closely. I can really see an upset happening in this fight where AJ Cunningham does something crazy and outdogs Su Young Yu. So I'm probably going to stay away from the betting lines on this fight, but I will probably add AJ Cunningham on a ticket by himself as a person who I won the money line and win something big if he does come through. If I don't, oh well, Su Young, you just gonna wrestle fuck him the entire night. You should also know that this fight's gonna be at bantamweight division. Now, AJ Cunningham, his last fight was at 155, and he usually fights at like 145, 155. So who knows how he's gonna actually look on the scales come the day before the fight on the weigh-ins. So like I said, the odds crazy on this fight anyway. I'm gonna stay away from it, but I will add AJ Cunningham on a ticket by himself and see what happens with that. In the next fight on the card in the heavyweight division, we got Waldo Cortez Acosta taking on Ryan Spann. Now, Waldo Cortez Acosta, he's a patient fighter. He's got good boxing. He's clean with his counter strikes. He's clean off his lead foot. And he's just got a better IQ than Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann is powerful, though. Don't get me wrong. He's powerful. But he is making his heavyweight debut. He's coming up from the light heavyweight division where he scored a win over OSP in his last fight by submission. He looked okay in that fight. He didn't look bad or anything. But I've seen Ryan Spann have very little IQ in other fights. And like I said, I've had him on a parlay before, and he's burned me before. So I don't know if I could put my money on him. Now, Waldo Cortez Acosta, he just fraud checked Robelis de Spain. You know, Robelis de Spain is going crazy in the karate combat right now. So I'm not going to say that's a big win, but I do think that he out IQs Ryan Spann here. He's more patient. He likes to pick people apart. And we don't even know how Ryan Spann is going to look coming up to heavyweight anyway. Like I said, Ryan Spann, he's powerful. He's got hands. He's got good grappling too. But Waldo Cortez Acosta is not a little dude. He's a big boy too. And he's been at heavyweight. He's ranked number 12 in the heavyweight division right now. So honestly, my money's on Waldo Cortez just because of his patience level. The next fight we have is in the men's featherweight division. We got Sung Woo Choi taking on Kevin Vallejos. I'm not going to spend too long on this fight. Sung Woo Choi just is not good. I mean, I'm not impressed with him. Once he gets hit, he likes to get into firefights, and I've seen him knocked out plenty of times doing that dumb shit.
Normal. It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
Now, Kevin Vallejos, on the other hand, he's coming off that decision loss to John Silva. And if you know John Silva, the man's on a tear. He's out of the Fighting Nerds gym, and he's got power. Kevin Vallejos displayed good power in that fight, good heart, good grit, and he's going to be in your face to the end of the bell if it goes that long. But like I said, Kevin Vallejos by murder in this one. I don't see Sung Woo Choi making it to any type of bell. He's getting put out. Kevin Vallejos get his hands raised, and he makes an incredible UFC debut. The next fight we have is in the men's light heavyweight division. We got Dana White's Contender Series winner Dair Ngozi taking on Brandon Hibero. Dair Ngozi, in his Contender Series appearance, he had good striking, good grappling. The man he's got good power. I ain't gonna spend too much time breaking down his attributes because he's got so many advantages in this fight. Brandon Hibero, while he does have power, he lacks the technique and the patience that Ngozi has. So I can see Ngozi literally stepping on this man come fight night and just getting a nasty knockout, putting Brandon Hibero's lights out. Because Brandon Hibero, he's very hittable. He leaves he leaves his chin up there too often for me. We saw him go to a close decision with Kyle Machado, who recently just got cut from the UFC. So my money's on Dair Ngozi to win by putting Brandon Hibero under. The next fight we have is in the men's bantamweight division. We got Damon Blackshear taking on Cody Gibson. Damon Blackshear, he's going to have a clear striking advantage in this fight. He's got good grappling, and he's got great submissions. He can cinch up some pretty crazy submissions if he has those openings to do so. Now, Cody Gibson, he's got good pressure. He's got good wrestling. But honestly, in my opinion, I think Damon Blackshear is just a few steps ahead of Cody Gibson. He's going to have the youth on his side. Cody Gibson, his momentum has been slowing down. I mean, he looked pretty decent in his last fight where he pretty much controlled Chad Anheliger the entire fight, got good takedowns and held him down. So his top pressure can be heavy, but Damon Blackshear ain't no Chad Anheliger. Damon Blackshear, he can throw up some crazy shit to surprise you and get a submission of the night. So if he doesn't put Cody Gibson away, I could see him either getting a submission or him winning by unanimous decision. Because Cody Gibson, he gonna be in his face the entire duration of the fight as long as it lasts. But like I said, Damon Blackshear, he's just a few steps ahead. He's younger, he's hungrier, and I can see him getting his hand raised at the end of the night. So Damon Blackshear is gonna be one of my picks to actually money line on this fight card. Next on the fight card in the men's lightweight division, we got Alexander Hernandez taking on Kurt Holloway. Now, Alexander Hernandez, he's the type of fighter, he likes to have dog fights. He's got good power, he's got good kicks, his technique is good. But in my honest opinion, man, Kurt Holloway has got that dog in him. Kurt Holloway is the type of person where he thrives off the same type of fights that Alexander Hernandez thrives on. But Alexander Hernandez just does not have that type of that gut, that grit that Kurt Holloway does. Now, Alexander Hernandez's last fight, he won a split decision against Austin Hubbard. Austin Hubbard is a good pressure wrestler, a decent stand-up fighter, and Kurt Holloway triangle choked him out. And I forgot what round it was, but Kurt Holloway finished Austin Hubbard, and Alexander Hernandez went to a split decision with Austin Hubbard. So that's why my pick for this one is going to be Kurt Holloway, making some underdog money for us, just out dogging Alexander Hernandez. It's going to be a slug fight. This might be fight of the night for real. They going to go out there, they going to throw hands, they going to beat the hell out of each other. And Alexander Hernandez just wears the fight more than Kurt Holloway. He's going to be bloodied up. And Kurt Holloway is just going to he's just going to keep coming at him and hitting him with crazy big shots. And I can see Kurt Holloway getting his hand raised at the end of the day. The next fight, which is the co-main event in the welterweight division, we got Chidi Njokuani versus Zaleski dos Santos. Now, Chidi Njokuani, he's a good Muay Thai striker. He's clean with his strikes. The difference maker here in this fight, though, is the fact that he's cutting down to 170. He's already admitted that he does not like to cut down to 170. So he's coming from the middleweight division to the welterweight division, where he's taking on Zaleski dos Santos, who is a pressure fighter. He's going to be in his face from bell to bell, and he's going to be trying to land huge power shots, which he does have, and try to land takedowns. I could see him scoring takedowns just off of his pressure, and Chidi Njokuani giving up a back position to where he might get rear naked strangled or something. So Chidi Njokuani, in order to win this fight, he's got to be able to keep Zaleski dos Santos at bay. He's got to be able to defend the takedowns, and I just don't think that he's going to be able to do that. Zaleski dos Santos has good takedowns, good jiu-jitsu, and then he's got good power in his hands and his feet. So my money's going to be on Zaleski dos Santos, who's a slight favorite in this fight. I just think that he's got more tools in his bag than Chidi Njokuani. You know, like I said, Chidi's got some good stand-up. He's got some good Muay Thai. But I don't think that he keeps Zaleski dos Santos at bay for him to win this fight. So my money's going to be on Zaleski dos Santos. Now, the main event of the evening, we got the rematch between Marvin Vettori and Roman Dolidze. The first fight was a closely contested fight with Marvin Vettori winning, I believe, by unanimous decision. I can't remember if it was unanimous decision or a split decision. Either way, Marvin Vettori mixed it up better than Roman Dolidze. Marvin Vettori, he's not only going to try to headhunt and land big power strikes, but he's going to be chewing up your leg the entire time too. Now, Roman Dolidze, he won the first round. It was a close first round, but he won the first round based off of better significant strikes, in my opinion. None of the significant strikes actually wobbled or hurt Marvin Vettori. They just looked cleaner to the viewer. Now, Marvin Vettori came out in the second round. He kept the pressure on Roman Dolidze, and he just mixed it up better. He was chewing Roman Dolidze's leg up. His leg was red as shit by the end of the fight. So I know he was wearing that damage on that leg, and I know he felt it the next day. So if Roman Dolidze does not come in with a different game plan, I don't see him getting his hand raised at the end of the night. I see Marvin Vettori winning on the points, winning in the eyes of the judges by mixing it up better and not just trying to headhunt. Roman Dolidze has great power. He's a good striker. So unless he knocks Marvin Vettori out, which I don't believe anybody in the UFC has done, I don't see him getting his hand raised if he does not know how to mix it up, because he tried to take down Marvin Vettori a couple of times in the first fight, but Marvin Vettori is just a block. He's going to be able to take your power punches, and he's going to be able to stuff your takedowns. So if Roman Dolidze can't mix it up, I can see Marvin Vettori getting his hand raised. So my pick would be for Marvin Vettori to get his hand raised, but I don't bet on main events anymore, so I just stay away from them. But if you want to be able to bet on one, I believe that Marvin Vettori gets it done if Roman Dolidze don't change it up. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you watching. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's going to be a fun fight card. UFC Vegas 104, Marvin Vettori versus Roman Dolidze 2. Now, I'm going to give you the 5 most confident picks that I have in my bag, and the fighters who I believe are going to get their hand raised. Last week, we swept the fight card. Well, I'm not going to say we swept the fight card, but every pick that I gave you last week, we hit. All 5 came through. They won. And if you were like me, you put something down on it that was decent, you came up a decent amount. But without further ado, here are my 5 that I believe will get their hand raised on Saturday for UFC Vegas 104. Here are my top 5 picks that I believe will come through and give you the bang for your buck and actually fight for your money. Give me Andre Lima, better technical striker, good grappling, good offensive wrestling, and good cardio. Give me Dair Ngozi, better technical striker, better grappler, better wrestler, more powerful. Brendan C. Barrow gets hit too much. Give me Waldo Cortez Acosta to out IQ Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann may have the power advantage in his hands, but Cortez Acosta has the patience and he's got the technicality on his side. Give me Damon Blackshear to out technique, out dog Cody Gibson. Damon Blackshear, he's just a cold piece like I said. And give me Kevin Vallejos to put the lights out on Sung Woo Choi. Now, if you made it this far in the video, like I also told you, I'm going to give you my underdog picks as well. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Come and spend your money with me in the dog pound. Young niggas in the game for a check. Do 150 across the city when it goes down. Young niggas better aim for the deck. It was about 3:15, what they say about me. Somebody gon' pay for the debt. And every time I show up on these niggas when I come round, young nigga got a thing for respect. Come and spend your money with me in the dog pound. Young niggas in the game for a check. Do 150 across the city when it goes down. Young niggas better aim for the deck. It was about 3:15, what they say about me. Somebody gon' pay for the debt. And every time I show up on these niggas when I come round, young nigga got a thing for respect. No, I ain't spend a lot of money on a chain. Shit, I'm too busy in the jungle with the Migos, nigga. I just put a lot of money towards the thing. And I just kept my focus forward toward the CeeLos, nigga. And the Migos call me Skipper with the bang. I just let them niggas know I do my thing. You hear the police think I'm rocking with them Rico niggas? Just let them know I only entertain. Cause you know you only see me flocking with the best. Always been that nigga, see me throwing up the west. Every time you see me, I be dipping nothing less. Hundreds and
All about.
Last night when the fight broke out, I woke up the next morning and caught these new boys on my route. Come and spend your money with me in the dog pound. Young niggas in the game for a check. Do 150 across the city when it goes down. Young niggas better aim for the deck. It was about 3:15, what they say about me.
So as you see, there's my underdog pick for Saturday's fight card, UFC 104 Vegas, Marvin Vettori versus Roman Dolidze. Kurt Holloway got that dog in him. He's going to fight for your money. And that boy got a ton of heart, ton of grit, and it got good power, good technique, good on the ground. But wait, we is not done yet. I got another underdog pick for y'all. So without further ado, run that shit back.
All day, cardio machine, don't you forget it, Stampage in this bitch.
No, I'm the one to do what niggas don't. I'm the one that ain't afraid to do what niggas won't. I'll just make another way if you ain't tryna cope. I'll just call my other man if you ain't tryna go. Nigga, midnight attire all black. Top out 22s, nigga lean back. I can make another way and you can keep that. I'm the one they call dudes kicking feedback. Young niggas doing stretches like a limousine. All white, blue and gold like I'm Mr. Clean. Every day I got it sold like it's Halloween. All I need is something bold in a magazine. Young niggas come and spend your money with me in the dog pound. Young niggas in the game for a check. Do 150 across the city when it goes down. Young niggas better aim for the deck. It was about 3:15, what they say about me. Somebody gon' pay for the debt. And every time I show up on these niggas when I come round, young nigga got a thing for respect. respect. Come and spend your money with me in the dog pound. Young niggas in the game for a check. Do it.
Second underdog pick, Sam Hughes. I know for a fact she gonna fight for your bread, like you heard her at the beginning of that intro. Cardio machine. She got that dog in her. She gonna bring that pressure, and it's gonna be a good UFC 104 Marvin Vettori versus Roman Dolidze 2 with her on the fight card. Let's go.